it sounds like you have it really dialed in with HackerNoon. I see you guys with such relevance all the time, with the stories that y'all are producing. And I know that you took you're the person that was in lead for raising much of the capital for HackerNoon's history. Where did storytelling and the skills that you learned, at least on the journalist side, apply to the fundraising side? And what do you think actually really worked and maybe didn't work from those experiences and permutating those skills to fundraising?
Well, I never really wanted to take other people's money. I wanted to take my customers' money. That's like been my, what I want to do. But money is money, and so you definitely fundraising is way easier. Not it's not way easier, but you have different doors that open that bootstrapping doesn't. So I bootstrapped the first 2.5 years of this business when it was just me, and it was just me and my wife Ling, and contractors, and then we decided to do equity crowdfunding. And we talked to a couple venture capitalists first, but they're like, there's two people on this project and neither of them are software developers. And you want to tell us how to build a content management system? It's like, yes, we do. that is what we want to do. So, the venture capital route in the beginning for us didn't go great at all. And, the story wasn't something that they were looking for. So we went with equity crowdfunding because we had a large community. So our goal was to turn our readers into our shareholders.
Mm-hmm.
And we raised about $1 million, and you can type in HackerNoon Start Engine and see kind of our page and what our story was. And that, it took a while to make that page. Like it's a lot of detail. It's way more than a deck, even though a deck takes a lot too. I'm not saying a deck is bad. It's like you're trying to package your story for different mediums. And for crowdfunding, you want to put it all out there. You operate a little bit like a public company. And now we send them 20 pages of shareholder letters a year of detailing, all the things we're working on and what we're going towards our money. So that was it's a great exercise, to put yourself in a page. And at first, like someone else wrote it that wasn't me or Ling, and it was like, what is this company? I don't get it.
Oh, was it like a consultant that does crowdfunding that you guys initially worked with?
Well, Start Engine, their CEO Howard Marks was a HackerNoon contributor, so that's
I
kind of
see.
how I found out about them. And crowdfunding just became legal in like 2016 for equity for non-accredited investors.
Yeah.
So as little as $100, you could buy shares of HackerNoon. So it was a little bit of a different time. And the Start Engine, they wrote the V1 of it. We're like, yeah, we want to do this with you, and they wrote it, and I was like, no, let's just start over, do it again. And it was a lot of fun. And the other fundraising we've done has been more strategic, integrations. Like Arweave was the most recent, and we backed up our entire library on their blockchain. And
Oh,
it's
cool.
$58. We can back up a billion words on the Arweave blockchain, and now it lives as a third party address, and you can use a wallet address to access any HackerNoon story.
Wow.
And it's pretty sweet use of backing up text.
Yeah.
So the people we can integrate and build with, it just aligns the incentives right away. So I'm much more. I haven't really liked. I think venture capital is very exciting. I think it's really cool, but I don't like the discrepancy of I want to build my business forever, and you want me to sell my business. And it doesn't mean that's what a venture capitalist like is going to be motivated to like operate from, but it does mean let's be honest about where the money comes from, and the exits are that's where the funds are made, or going public. And it's just so I think those incentives are a little tough. And we've kind of tried to get technology companies as shareholders, but whoever the shareholder is, they have to believe in the story. That doesn't change with any of it. It's going a direction. If they don't understand the story, there's nothing to buy.
So I want to distill back basically what I'm hearing here, which is maybe it was less of like a storytelling hacking kind of exercise, but more about like identifying who the right audience was. That would be the right kind of fit to serve as an investor in HackerNoon. And I think that's a really great distinction, which is VC works in some scenarios of, really rapid growth, like high capital expenditure and like a race to kind of win based on like a competitive market and all that stuff. And yeah, there's definitely situations where it feels like it's antagonistic towards like the aims of the founder. Like if you're trying to building an enduring business where there isn't necessarily a specific timeline for exit, you want to grow at a very specific kind of pace of your choosing as a founder, less so what the VC market is, then it's not a great fit. I'm glad that you guys were pretty self-aware and picked up on that pretty quickly, because it can turn into like a pretty annoying exercise if you pick up a VC that has expectations that are misaligned to what you're building.